My name is Daniel Tawana and I just turned 10 in March. Because squash tests you physically and mentally. You can't cheat squash. 4 things you have to master. 1, racket skills. 2, being tactically smart. 3, physicality. And 4, mental strength. Now, if you want to be a champion and compete at the highest level, you have to master all 4 parts. And when a match gets close and it's 7-0 in the 5th and final game, mental strength is the key. Who wants it more? That's when you have to control your mind. After a few days of quarantine, my dad decided to clear out our garage and he built a squash ball. It has a painted tin at 19 inches. He was also able to build a back wall so I can hit full-length drives. I try and spend a couple of sessions a day in the garage when I get a break from online school. It's pretty cool. The other thing I've really focused on is off-court training. For that, I have to thank my big brother, William. He's trained with me and he always pushes me to reach further. I've started skipping and I'm doing lots of core work. I also ghost regularly and I think I'm getting quicker every week. We've had some really tough sessions. There are no set routines. We just listen to our bodies. As Muhammad Ali said, I only start counting when it's hurting because they're the only ones that count. On a personal level, the pandemic has made me realize how fortunate I am. I'm safe and I'm healthy. I count my blessings. On a professional level, with respect to my squash game, I knew I had to adapt very quickly and become an even better squash player in quarantine. I had no time to think or feel. I just needed to change my training, but everything was so focused on me becoming the best squash player I could possibly be. To be the best. Very simple. As Muhammad Ali said, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. So my goals are to win the best junior squash tournaments in the world, which means the British Open and the US Open. And that's what motivates me when I'm training and I feel exhausted. I tell myself that there's a little kid somewhere in Egypt or Pakistan or England who wants it more than me, who might be training smarter than me or harder than me. And that's when I try even harder. I picture that kid. And if that kid does beat me when we eventually play, because we will, I will look him in the eye and I will have a lot of respect for him. Because I know how much sweat and pain he had to go through to beat me. Not an easy question. What I try and do is I try and watch the best players in the world and copy the best parts of their game. I love the movement and patience of Ali Farag, the backhand drop of Kareem Gawad, the forehand drop of Muhammad Al-Shbagi. I love the core strength of Gaultier and the precision of James Willstraw. For pure guts and heart, I want to be like Muhammad Al-Shbagi. For pure shot making, maybe Mustafa Asad. Best player I've ever seen has got to be Ramy Shore. But to answer your question, my favorite player is Ali Farag because he's such a fair player and such a good sportsman. He's incredibly competitive, of course, but he plays the game in the right spirit. He's the best role model, I think, for junior players. 2 bits of advice. First, pick a great role model. I actually love watching Anthony Joshua training videos on YouTube. I think boxing and squash are very similar. Anthony Joshua is a beast, but he prays for his opponents before a fight, before he goes into the ring and destroys them. I mean, how cool is that? And he's always positive and relaxed, and he surrounds himself with friends who keep him laughing. AJ is a fantastic role model. Second, try and read about champions from different sports. I just read Andre Agassi's autobiography. I'm reading Hank Haney's book on Tiger Woods right now. And I've read about Muhammad Ali and Bruce Lee. I'm trying to get that champion's mindset. What separated those guys? Why were they so good? How can I become as mentally strong? That's the difference at the elite level of sports. Oh, and another great book for winning in general is The Art of War by Sun Tzu. The squash courts at the Arbutus Club, they feel like a second home to me. The adult squash community always lets me play with them, which is so much fun. They love to obstruct me and sometimes accidentally on purpose stamp on me and literally push me around the tee. But that's good for my game. I can't wait to get back on court and see if I can beat some of them.